Hello, and welcome, my friends, to the next video in the Create Better Content series, where I show you how to tap into your creativity so that you can stay consistent with your marketing and reach more customers. My name is Penny, and it is my goal to guide you through this content development process that you're dealing with. I want to talk about how to create your content and your marketing that's more than just engaging, but the kind of marketing that's going to actually help you reach more qualified customers. And if you want to learn about how this creativity and all of this stuff works together to develop your content marketing plans, I would love to see you hit that button below and subscribe to this channel. And below in the description box, as I like to share with you every single video, there are several links. One of the links you're going to see is for the content prompt playbook. This is something that if you are using ChatGPT and you're finding that your information, your output, the stuff that you're getting back is very generic and it doesn't feel very targeted towards your business, this is a free download that's going to give you some prompts that you can use so that you can help define what your expertise is about your product or your services, and it's going to help you create better content. And of course, we want to talk about the other link, which is so that you can join us in the Marketing Strategy Collective program. This is my group program where we work together in a supportive group online space to help you with your marketing strategy. You see the links below, you know what to do to learn more. All right, so today's video is actually connected to me talking about the Marketing Strategy Collective, because in the collective this month, we're actually focusing on website copy. One of the big things that we do in the collective is focus on different skills that you can learn every month. Skills about your marketing, skills about your business, skills to help you keep moving your momentum forward. And I thought it was really important for people to learn about their website copy, because the thing is your website is so important to use as a conversion tool. It's not just an online brochure. And I know this for a fact. I have a friend of mine who actually still sells some print publication. I know in this day and age, it's still amazing. But one of the things that she does to qualify her customers is she says to them, if you don't have a website, you can't get into this magazine. Because it's that important. Because you can promote your business all day long, you can talk about everything on social media, but if you don't have a space, a dedicated space for people to come to connect with you, to learn more about your services, to be able to buy your products, you are missing out on the opportunity to really grow your business. So when we think about our website copy, I find that one of the biggest mistakes that small business owners are making is this. They think because it's a business that they have to sound like, all professional and big words and stuff, instead of sounding like the person that's actually visiting your site. So if we think about this from that place, because, and I know we're going to talk about ChatGPT and AI tools and stuff like that in the middle of all this, in the midst of all this, because that piece of it too is what's, I don't want to say it's a problem, but it's making this a lot worse for small business owners. Because now you guys are starting your website or reworking your website or whatever you're doing, and you open up your ChatGPT prompt and you type, write me professional website copy for my about page. And that's basically creating a corporate brochure. So let's talk about this, because when you say, write my AI generated copy, suddenly your website starts saying things like, innovative solutions, and we have tailored strategies, and you'll find excellent driven approaches, and we'll set you up on a client-centered system. And these are really great terms. And your customer's sitting there thinking, okay, so I'm on your website. I don't know what an innovative solution, tailored strategy, client centered, can this actually help me? And that's the disconnect. Because your customers are not coming to your website trying to look at your copy like it's a business owner. They're looking at it as the customer who is looking to see, is this gonna help me? And so I want to talk about why this professional tone that we've been taught to do is actually killing the connection on your website. It's hurting how customers think about what happens when they land on your website. So let's go through this about how you can use AI to uncover some better words, phrases, messaging, and how to turn this here's what I do and how I can help you type copy language into something that sounds like human beings talk. Because your website copy, it's not about announcing, it's about understanding. And for those of you who out there are thinking, well, I'm using AI because I'm just so bad at writing copy. I don't know what to say. And that's usually not true. What I think is happening, and I see this all the time, especially when I'm working with the folks in the collective as well as my clients, is that you have been inside your business so long that you immediately go to industry speak because this is how you have to check your metrics. You're thinking about your products and services and you're thinking about it from the description of how this helps. You get mired into the process and the explanation, and you talk about all the features. I've been around for 20 years. This thing is the cheapest thing ever. And we don't talk about the benefits and how the person who landed on your website who wants to buy something from you, how this person is going to click on that buy here button, click on that discovery call button, and want to work with you. So this is where we are right now, because your customers, when they hit your website, they're not thinking, service description, deeping about your process. They're thinking emotionally. They're reactive. They're overwhelmed because here they are trying to figure out what it is that they're trying to solve. And are you the business that's going to solve it? Is your product the one that's going to fix this? That's where they are. And if your website copy doesn't match their emotional space, their place, where their conversations are happening in their head, they disconnect from your website super fast and they just click right off. And this is where, if you are using AI, I want you to think about how we can use this in a useful way, not as a replacement writer for you, but as a way to take what's going on in your head, especially if you think you can't write really well, and translate this into copy. Because one of the best uses for these AI tools that we can use is to help us bridge the gap between how you describe your business and how your customers experience their problem. That was really important. That was so important, I'm going to repeat that again. One of the best things that you're going to do with AI when you start to help write your website copy is going to help you bridge the gap between how you describe what your business is, who it helps, what it does, and how your customers experience this problem. Because right here, when we focus on that sentence right there, your website copy is going to change instantly. You're not going to be writing from that place of what am I offering, what am I selling. You're writing from that space of what is my customer thinking, feeling, doing while they're looking for help. Because nobody's landing on your website analyzing your qualifications and downloading some kind of spreadsheet. That's not what's happening. They're usually in search mode. Something's generating this. They're overwhelmed. They're curious. They've reached a point where they need to get this fixed. They're frustrated. They're overwhelmed. I mean, fill in the blank with any emotion you want to think about. burned out because they're trying things that don't work. So if you are using AI and you want to use AI with your website, I want you to use AI differently. So instead of asking your AI tool prompt, write the copy from my homepage, try using it to think about the space of where your customer's thinking. So you can run prompts like, let's see here, describe the emotional thoughts someone might be having before hiring, this type of service. Or what fears, frustrations, and hesitations does a customer experience when they're trying to fix this problem? So you see how I dug in deeper there? Or here's another one. Or how would a stressed customer describe this problem in everyday language? Well, I like that one. That is the kind of thing I'm talking about. You see what I did there? We were talking about fears and frustrations and a stressed customer describing this problem. We're using their language. And when we use their language and we put their language, the things that they're going to type in, that whole SEO, search engine optimization thing, words and phrases that they're actually going to be using, that they're going to be typing in, that's the stuff that goes on your website. Because what's when we do it like this, when we're using AI like this, it starts to uncover the emotional language, your customer's frustration points. You start to get these patterns where they're hesitating, their internal dialogue. All of that stuff now becomes your copy. And your copy now becomes more human and not generic, because you're writing from that space of where your customers, who are the ones going to be reading this website, instead of presenting, here's what I do. So instead of saying something like, we provide customized strategic marketing support, and the customer is looking at this going, I don't need that random marketing advice. What do I need? I still feel invisible online. So that's a completely separate thing. Even though a customized strategic marketing support could help somebody who's feeling invisible online. But do you see the difference? One's announcing customized strategic support, and the other one is understanding, I need to understand how to stop feeling invisible online. So let's talk about this. It's just, and I'm just like I'm getting all into this, aren't I, today? Because there's this obsession with sounding professional. And I see it and I hear it. And my goodness, I've been to enough websites that I've read it. And I think people misunderstand what trust actually sounds like online. Being professional does not mean that you sound flat and robotic with that same generic strategic support, type of wording that ChatGPT can sometimes pull out. And it's stuffed with all kinds of jargon and it feels very formal. And you think to yourself, okay, well, I asked for professional website copy and AI gives you, premier solutions and innovative growth, and nobody talks like this, and they don't search for this. I am not searching for a premier solution for innovative business growth strategies. Nobody's searching for that. We're looking for help. We're looking for opportunities to connect with a business that's going to help us. And honestly, I sometimes think this professional tone that we all like to use is just that we're just thinking that we can't be authentic to who we are and what we really want to say and how we really want to talk. Because you think that being formal and polished is going to create authority and trust. But you know what actually creates authority and trust? Feeling understood. Feeling like they get me. Feeling like they're hearing my problem. Those are words that I'm saying in my head. This is a person that looks like they could help me with this product or this service. And that's what builds trust. So this is a shift that I really want you to understand. Your strong copy on your website is actually not about being professional. It's about sounding like the thoughts in your customer's head, about the things that they're saying out loud. Instead of saying things like, I help businesses clarify their messaging, you'll say something like, you know your business is valuable, but the problem is people aren't understanding it fast enough. So that's clarifying your message, but guess what? The problem is people aren't understanding it fast enough, especially online. That line right there, you get that. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm selling you. Because that sounds like a thought that you might have already had in your head. So instead of saying something like, I provide wellness coaching solutions, you could say, if you're tired of starting over every Monday and feeling like nothing sticks, let's talk. So do you hear the difference there? The first one says what I do, wellness coaching solutions. But when I said you're tired of starting over every Monday and feeling like nothing sticks, that creates an emotional recognition immediately. And that recognition is what's going to keep people reading and keep people on your website. And when we think about it from that place, having them stay, that generic professional copy, it kind of starting to feel invisible. Because here's what's happening now. So many people are using this AI generic type of content that's out there. We all see it. We all know it. We can all spot it now. And our brain is starting to see this so many times. High quality service, committed to excellence, results driven systems. People are just skimming right past it now. But specific emotional language, somebody that's talking to you, somebody that's saying words and things that you have said before, this will get your attention. Because being specific like this, that you're like, oh my goodness, I literally said those exact words to my friend yesterday, it becomes believable. And when you do use AI to help you write your copy, you sharpen it, as long as you make sure that you're asking the right questions, like about specific frustrations. Why would somebody actually look for help with this problem? What relief is this product gonna create? You know, those types of questions. We want to make sure that we're looking for the deeper meaning, not the surface level stuff. So if you want your website copy to improve, stop looking at it like I need to be more professional, and more about how do I sound like my customers are understood. And when we think about it from that place, just that one little shift right there can make a huge difference. Because your customers aren't coming to your website expecting perfect wording. They want to know that you understand the problem, that you understand their frustration, and you understand where they actually need help. And those are the pieces and parts that makes your website copy convert and get people to take action. So if your website copy has been kind of looking a little stiff and generic, or maybe it feels disconnected, don't immediately assume that you need a brand new website or redesign it, or let me download another template because I'm on WordPress. You may just need to stop writing like a business owner and start writing the way that your customers are thinking out loud. Because the businesses that are going to grow right now are not the ones that are sounding the most polished, but the ones that make your customers feel understood. And when you combine that skill with AI, with the right questions in the right way, you stop using AI to generate more noise and start using it to uncover this language that actually connects to more customers and helps you finally grow your business. So thank you so much for joining me today. If this episode has been giving you some ideas to start learning new skills for your marketing, I would love it if you would hit that button below, that like button, and then do me a favor. Hit the share button and share this with another business owner, especially one who is struggling with his website and he or she needs a little bit of help. And if you are ready to take this further and want to join us inside the Marketing Strategy Collective, we're going to take all of these ideas, all of this information, and I'm going to show you how to turn it into a content plan that actually drives sales. So stop working in a solo bubble. Work with us in a collaborative space and get the help with your current content marketing efforts. You see the links below. You know what to do to learn more, to get the marketing help you need to see real growth in your business. Because you are magnificent, my friend, and let me be the first to say, I'm proud of you. Until next time.